Hey YouTube, and in particular, circuit benders are not crazy, we are artistic, which is a Facebook group, and if you like circuit bending and you're on Facebook, you should join that one, because that's where all the good stuff happens. Anyway, yeah, Super Nintendo. Everyone's bent a Super Nintendo, mainly using the video chips, which are down here. You see those there? It's this little guy here, and that little guy there. If you connect pins from those together, then it makes video glitches. I like video circuit bending, don't get me wrong, but the Super Nintendo has a sound all of its own, which I've recently discovered is that the samples that they used, they recorded at a very high rate, and then they slowed them down in order to save a bit of space. So that's why you get the fuzzy aliasing distortion on Super Nintendo games. So with that in mind, I've taken the audio chip, which is in the back there, and I've managed to clock that using the LTC 1799. Runs at its full 33 megahertz, so it's going pretty fast without crashing. I'm pretty sure you could change that clock out for one that was slightly more than that and make it faster still. Sorry, higher still in pitch, because the speed doesn't change because it's got another clock for the CPU operation. Anyway, enough of me babbling. I'm going to explain what I've done. This one is the lockout chip, so if you've got any games that are made in other regions, flip that, it disables the lockout chip, they work. This one's a 50-60 Hz switch. I'm not going to use that at the moment because this little screen I've got here only accepts the 50 Hz, doesn't accept the 60 for some reason. So 50 Hz is down, 60 Hz is up. This is the LTC 1799 with its on-off, and that's the original clock sat behind there. So when you flick that on, that changes the pitch of the instruments, etc. I've also got these wires coming out here, which are a sort of glitchy hold bend that I found on the Super Nintendo underneath the heat sink massive thing at the back. Now I did run the Super Nintendo for a little while without the heatsink, and that regulator got really hot, so I found that one bend and then put it back on again, screwed the regulator back to the side of the massive heatsink, and everything was fine. So there are bends on the audio bit. Well, there's one at least that I know of. There's probably more, but I'm not going to fry this by finding more of them, so going to have that bend attached to a switch and a momentary push button, because when you press it, it glitches stuff out. When you hold it, it holds the last sample that the game played, and if you put a bit of resistance in between, you can get the hold happening without the glitches happening as well. So that's pretty cool off one bend. Anyway, yeah, enough of me babbling. Super Nintendo. Put a blue light in there because that's better. Here's my screen. I found this at a junk shop across the road, £10. Marcus, who runs a junk shop, is an absolute hero. He gets me loads of Game Boys and lovely stuff, so yeah, hi Marcus. This is Street Fighter 2. So that's its normal clock rate. I'll flip this switch here. It's crashed out there at the top. It doesn't normally do that. I don't know why it's doing that at the moment. Maybe I need to put a resistor in between. Anyway. Sometimes this requires a reset because I haven't got the cartridge point screwed down inside, so it's a little bit wobbly. But trust me, it works most of the time. I'm going to turn this up a little bit because it does get a little bit quiet at low levels. So that's your clock. I'll take it somewhere. Oh, I think it's just if you move it a bit fast when it from slow to high, it crashes out. But I have had it running on this window crashing before, so that's a little bit worrying. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead with this. Right, so that's back to near its original clock speed. Now I'm going to set this camera down a little bit because I've got to pick up a couple of wires. I'll leave you looking at the screen there. Tilt it up a bit for you. Right, so these two wires here are connected to 2 points on a chip. So you can hear there that the audio isn't right at all. It's decided to lose its way somewhere, and it's become like Street Fighter 3 jazz. But when you go onto the next level, it automatically resets the music, so you have to go and glitch it all out again. What a chore. So yeah, that's how you make a SNES into an audio noise machine. I'm tempted to put a few video bends in here, but I probably won't, because I've done that to SNESes already. If you'd like to see where the exact points are that I used, I can send you a photo, so I'll put that up on the bending group as well. So have a look at that. Make some noise using your SNES. Cheers, bye.